Howdy dorks, hello, 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 how's it going? Good afternoon, it's time for Unchatter, it's time for more Dwarf Fortress. It's time for more experiments, it's time to continue the experiment. I'm quite excited. Hello Orion, how's it going? I was reminded that out of the 3 streams I want to watch on Money, this is my top 1, wow! I am massively flattered by that. I find it strange to think of myself as being preferable to anything, so that's cool. Thank you. Well, welcome in. We're gonna have a chill afternoon here. We're gonna see if we can get our monsters to behave. We're gonna see if we can get some structure into the lives of our necromancer experiments, and maybe that will prevent some tantrums. Maybe. Could do some chill. We're gonna chill. We're gonna chill as hard as we can. I'm gonna see if I can get the cat to chill. She's currently hunting the feather toy down here. My defeathered feather toy. And hopefully she settles down. It's just an even 80 degrees outside, sunny. Yeah, I'm okay with chilling. I hope that I don't have to close the door because I got the AC going on in the other room, but it doesn't get in here if the door's closed. So yeah. Yeah, how are you? How was your weekend? How's your week looking? Yeah, I don't have a whole lot going on, I guess. I realize that I have stuff going on like the next 2 Saturdays. Like my weeks are not very busy, but my weekends are, so it's like Tunic is gonna get pushed out a little bit, so that's cool. But we're here to dwarf. We're here to dwarf. Today's episode is brought to you by the hammer. Drop it, and by viewers like you, clicking on buttons down there, hanging out live, hanging out in Discord, hanging out in the VODs, all that good stuff, pushing buttons. Just smack some buttons with a hammer, and I will be happy, and that's all you gotta do. Streamed a bunch, met an internet friend, IRL, and then worked again. Excellent, and then work. Yes, always work. Always with the work. It's endless. It's just straight up endless. Gonna stream more and stronger, yes. It is definitely an endurance thing. Build up those muscles. But for now, enjoy Fortress, yes. Fortresses are for enjoying, right? This is a very recreational fortress. Look, them all in here just chatting, right? Socializing. Experiments socializing with lizards and dragons and snakes. Oh my goodness, the snakes. I forgot about the snakes. We have 8 grumpy faces, and I want to say like every single one of them are like actively tantruming. I hold out hope that they will try not to kill each other. I'm hoping, so my plan for today, last stream we try to give them a waterfall, right? And try to see if that would help raise their moods. And I think that helped everyone except for these ones. Like, in general, our mood is okay. Like, I would rather these go up a little bit, but like, happy is our most numerous ones. Hello, JM, how's it going? But yeah, our grumpy faces. Zycab, I know, has been tantruming. Za, maybe? I don't know about Za. Tuco has been. Ketes has started recently. Azri... Does Azri tantrum? Azri's already in a squad even, so that's a good sign. Omli, I don't know. Dether, I don't know. Pedud and Tawat have definitely been tantruming. So at least half of these are actively tantruming. So that's neat. And then is it like all our happy people are the kobolds? The happy people tend to be the kobolds, and the grumpy people tend to be the experiments. That's interesting, isn't it? That is interesting. That is interesting. I hope we don't have to look at each other's individual likes and dislikes to make them happy. So that is one trick. Because if we do look at our individual likes and dislikes, we're met with nothing. And this is a kind of an artifact of the fact that these aren't meant to be fortress dwellers. This is kind of a... We're dancing on the edge cases of what Dwarf Fortress is made to handle. So these creatures were not made with preferences. They do not prefer anything. They do not disprefer anything, which in some ways makes them simple, but also means that there's a lot of thoughts that they're just not gonna get, right? Acquire romance, make object. You are currently in jail. You need to go to your training. You need to go to a training session, but you're haggard in jail. I think that's going to be part of what happens here. I guess let's check our justice. We got Tuco in here who tantrumed recently. But yeah, so we noticed that the three that were born here, and now the two that have survived, right? One of our newborns died last stream. But the ones who were born here do have preferences, which is interesting. I did not really expect that to happen. But like all of our next generation of experiments will have preferences. But these ones don't. These ones just don't. Hello, Barely Creative. Howdy, howdy. So yeah, we're gonna be trying to get them some structure, which is mostly gonna come in the form of a training regimen. That's gonna be the main thing that we do here. We have armor being made. I did a little bit of off-stream research. I did a tiny bit of research about their uniform. We were seeing... Oh, Trash Mac. It's a Trash Mac raid. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Here, let me get you a thing. Hello, hello. What were you up to? Were you dwarfing? Grounded. I don't think I know Grounded. How was that? How are you? All of our monsters long to make romance. You were forting. Okay. Excellent. Hooray forts. Hooray forts. We're dealing with some tantruming monsters. That's going to be the theme for today. And was the theme for last stream as well. As always, if you need to run off and do post-stream stuff, don't feel bad about it, but I'm gonna be here. We just started. We just loaded up. We're just looking at our situation here. So I'm gonna be here. I think I'm ready to start a new one. Very much FPS dead, and I can't keep fighting it. I know that feeling. Part of what happened with this fortress was just wanting a smaller fortress. So we're on a 2x2 right now. And we only have 46 people. I would love to have more people, but the combination between a small embark and small population means we've been hovering around like 90 FPS. And we've been here for like 4 or 5 years, maybe? I don't know, this is kind of an established fortress at this point, but it's still cooking. So that's very nice. Yeah, the FPS stuff, it can be kind of grueling. I definitely get that. Some of the things that we're working on right now, that's just trash. We're getting mud in here on purpose, because this is gonna be our outdoor farms. We have this canyon here. we have a waterfall. We have this river coming in. We have a bridge going through the waterfall. We have a refuse pile. We have aquifers everywhere. But this is what we did at the very end of last stream. We got bees. We even got bees showing up in here. Honeybee workers. So good. And then we're kind of flooding this via aquifer, via leaking tunnel. I'm gonna get some mud in here and see if we can build an outdoor farm. And that's gonna be what that is. That's gonna be what that is. And here we're fishing. Look at our fish. Look at our fish. We have one fisher. And he is a legendary fisherbold. And he's been catching all of our food. Only now starting to kill each other. Yeah. Best I can get is 17 versus 7. Ugh. When we were... Our previous fortress, Leopardbends, or I guess our hiatus fortress, was hovering in the 20s. Which is like... the edge of playable, I think. Like, 20 is okay, 15 is not, right? That's kind of how I think about it. Good Fisherbold. That Fisherbold has provided us with a lot of food. Here's like where the cleaned but uncooked fish go. And then here's where the meals go. And these are gonna be like wild boar meat roast, steelhead trout roast, brook lamprey roast, pear roast. Ooh, delicious. So yeah, I think what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna be putting a bunch of our experiments into squads. That's gonna be kind of our first order of business. We have 2 squads with 5 people in them. We have Reg, our commander here, who is training them all. So glad you don't have to refrigerate, right? Stockpiles are kind of magic. Food is preserved forever when it's in a stockpile, or specifically a food stockpile. And as soon as it's not in a food stockpile anymore, it starts to rot. That's how dwarven preservation works. That's why you'll get rot coming out of, like, you'll get miasma coming out of your food shops every once in a while, because they'll have, like, cooked food and not brought it to a stockpile, and it just rots in the kitchen. That's a thing. Okay, so... First of all, their equipment. And of course the buttons are now, the buttons changed. The buttons changed location, so now they're weird. But now we have the ammo button. I was trying to find the ammo button last time, but I couldn't find it. I don't know, I guess we weren't technically on the patch. It patched again and now it's fine. I don't actually know what was going on last stream, but it's here now. But I want to, I think this is add uniform, right? Or no, that's going to be assign uniform. So I want to create a new uniform. Love the look of the base on the minimap. I agree. All our wiggly things look really good on the minimap. I'm always a fan of it. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. Do I want to... I'm debating if I create a new uniform or if we're modifying another one. I think I'm going to create a new one. And so our situation right now is that we have like steel armor assigned over whatever clothes they're wearing. But a lot of our experiments came to us with like leather armor and stuff. So they're not able to put on all the things that I told them to put on. Like a bunch of them don't have breastplates because they're wearing leather armor. So what we're going to do is give them a uniform that actually tells them everything they're going to wear. And I did some testing in arena mode to figure out what we can do. And we can do toga, mail shirt, breastplate. Does the order matter? The order doesn't matter in this screen, right? I'm going to do toga, mail shirt, breastplate. And then these are going to be steel. Toga can be whatever. And then we want a helm made of steel. And then we want greaves made of... I'm going to do a skirt. Skirt. And then greaves made of steel. And then gauntlets. Don't care for them to have gloves. And then high boots. I guess I could give them socks. Does it matter if they have socks? They don't necessarily care about socks, right? I guess we're planning on making a bunch of pigtail clothing. We already have a good bit of pigtail cloth, so maybe we do give them gloves and socks. Maybe we do. Maybe we get a little fancy with this. We're gonna do glove of whatever material and socks of whatever material. They're going to take a wooden shield. I would prefer them to have a wood shield. And then a melee weapon of their choice. Partial matches are okay, but it's going to replace clothing. I think that's what I'm gonna do. This is steel replace. Hi, creature. Oh, do you need attention? Have I been neglecting you for 10 minutes? I can play with her with one hand, but she's over here on the right side of me, so I have to, like, if I want to use my right hand, I have to do, like, my left hand has to cross over. That's my burden right now. I think this is gonna be what we do. I did test, like, greaves plus skirt. I think this works. Toga plus skirt. Makes sense to me, somehow. Toga, because that's like something that we're getting from being kobolds. Togas, you don't usually have access to togas, so I think they're cool. I just think they're neat. So we're gonna confirm and save, and then we're going to select both of our squads. We're going to assign a uniform. It's going to be this one. The only change I'm going to make is on Reg. Instead of having an individual choice weapon, gets a specific weapon because it's amazing. And then you should be fine. So let's make sure that they can get all that figured out first. I think that's first thing first. And I think we need to make, I think I'm going to make more togas and skirts. I noticed that our clothing jobs had finished. We're still working on more steel armor. So I'm going to say cloth, toga, cloth, skirt, cloth, socks, cloth, gloves. I'm going to do like 20 of each of those. And then these are going to be sized for the Lime Rhythm soldiers. And there we go. They should get that figured out. Let's go look at our squad up here. Yeah, they just tossed a bunch of stuff on the ground. I guess that is one thing. They're not going to get like their amulets and stuff. You just toss down your... Okay, well they're still going to be owned, right? They still own their gloves and such. I hope they come back and put their stuff back on. I guess we'll find out. How are you doing, Reg? You're naked? Okay. Of course, now they're gonna have to go down into the fortress to get their clothing. We love Reg. Reg is my favorite. Okay, you got yourself some gloves. You got some socks. Masterwork pigtail socks. Look at that. Reg has found some very nice socks. And then who's combating? The peacekeeper. Oh, that's Justice. Okay, Justice is fine. In theory, you're gonna grab more armor, right? Yeah, there you go. You grabbed one boot? You grabbed one boot? Okay, we're gonna give Reg a chance to figure it out. I have a hunch that maybe some of these have already done all their stuff. Because everyone else is so much faster, for whatever reason. But look here. You are only wearing things that are assigned to your uniform. You have a large skirt. She's trying to run off with my toy. You have your breastplate, you have your mail shirt, you have no toga. We need to make more togas, I bet, is what's happening. But you at least have all your armor on. You at least have all your armor on, and that's really the main thing. That's really the main thing. You have a skirt. I hope they can figure out the toga. I guess we'll find out. It worked in arena mode. It should work here. It should work here. Yeah, we'll just give him a chance. Pedud is fighting a ram. Okay. Sure, why not? Yeah. Depression. Hi, cat. Come here. What are you doing? What are you doing down there? The baby experiments have the full deck of preferences. It appears so. It appeared so. I have a hard time remembering their names. Pedud was the father, right? Pedud is the father. So here we have, and Lur is the one who passed. This one is 2 years old, in here listening to poetry. Sylvanite billion, faint yellow diamond, large gems, pangolin men for their overlapping scales, prefers to consume bat ray and pineapple wine, and detests moon snails. So yeah, I think that's an average number of preferences, right? I'm pretty sure. Like, are you having more trouble than the others? And see, maybe did that fix some of that? Oh, I'll just keep clicking this until they're good. Let's see you. Okay, where's Za? Where's Za? Did you actually do it? There's 2 different Zas. Store-owned item. It's probably you. Yeah, you're in this squad. You have a toga and a mail shirt and a breastplate. It is possible. It is possible for them to have all of that stuff on. You have greaves and skirt. You have helm. You have boot and sock. And where's your other boot? You're missing a boot. Well, at least you have both socks. Glove, mitten. Or gauntlet, I guess. And then your whip. And your shield. Okay. Proof of concept at least. I think they just need to get it figured out. We'll keep making more togas. I think a lot of them got claimed, so there might just not be enough to go around. It's cool that you're potentially building up this entire new civilization. I feel like the 2 races of experiments have like this symbiotic relationship now. I hope so. I really hope we can get like a self-sufficient population here. I don't want this to be a story of them slowly dying out, right? Still waiting on your toga, but that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. I'll just keep clicking this button. Yeah, we're getting closer. Okay. And then there's your toga. Yeah. See, they're still owned. And fortunately, they can put their stuff in their rooms down here as well, right? So what's gonna happen here? I guess do we keep making rooms for them up here? It is a lot closer, but we've already made bedrooms for everyone downstairs. We already have more than enough bedrooms down here. And if I'm putting like more than half of the fortress upstairs, that feels redundant to me. Drawn? Have you drawn a thing? Oh, I like it. Lime rhythm kitted out, yep. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, a creature with 3 tails probably appreciates a skirt, right? That's my logic. I don't think something with 3 tails wants a whole lot of structure around their waist as far as their clothing goes. That's just an assumption on my part. We have a bunch of porcelain statues here that we haven't decorated. We ran out of ivory and hoof. We're almost through like our skulls and stuff too. But we have a bunch of gems. So I'm gonna say we're going to encrust our statues, encrust furniture with cut gems. Encrust furniture with cut gems, and those are the 2 that are doing encrusting. And see, they're down here. You're grabbing your stuff, right? So you should be getting rid of your wombat leather armor and your chain leggings. Or no, you're not even in a squad. So that's what's going on here. You're just dressing up. Oh, this is Padud even. I just happened to click on Padud. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Now you're up here eating. Kibby. Based on Roman legionnaire armor, no distinct time period. That's fair. I couldn't have called you out on historical inaccuracy. Okay, so the things that we have going on. All of that so-called knowledge doesn't mean a thing. Oh, we should make a library. We have a bunch of books that we've stolen, but we don't have a library. Maybe that's a thing we should do. Could put this down here. Is a library kind of like treasure? Could put a library like up here. This is jail, this is tombs. And this is clothing. Anti-intellectual, right? These Luddite monsters. I think we're gonna put a little library up here. I don't know if we're gonna make our own books, but I think I want a place for the books that we have found to go. We'll leave more room for the jail to expand out this way, because I'm sure we'll need it. If our population goes up, we'll need more. Actually, maybe I've got a good bit of rooms here, but I'll still leave room for it. Sweats and Quaker. But if... Could have called Orion out on historical accuracy. I mean... Yes. Well, I mean, it's an interesting question, right? I don't know much about Roman history, but their history's long enough that there has to be like quite a variance between like early Roman and late Roman stuff, right? I can only presume. I think this is going to be just a little humble library. This is just a place for the books to go. This is a place for the books to live. Let's do something like that. Right, I think that works. I think that works. Yeah, huge variance. Production capacity of steel and all that. I guess that makes sense. Well, then if you wanted that to show up with our kobolds here, Leopardbends is stuck in the Bronze Age, right? And then this fortress is running on steel. So this is the more modern version of their stuff. Steel plate, iron ring mail, type of underclothes, type of different weather. Gaulish versus German. That makes sense. All this cloth has been partially used. I don't know if that means they can't use it now. Yeah, needs unused plant cloth. I don't know why the partially used plant cloth got put in here as opposed to the hospital. Because the hospital is the only thing that partially uses cloth like that. The perfect home. Maybe I'll just crank this up. I'll say desires 30 cloth. We haven't found powder for casts. We do have soap. I swear we made a bunch of soap. I hope we have more soap than that. But it should be in here. Yeah, Black Mamba soap. Perfect. And our waterfalls are going. That all seems fine. I think we want to do some more smoothing as well. I think we want to smooth out some of our temples so that we can start making them look nice. So this one's good to go. This one's smooth, so I want to smooth here. I want everything's going to be smooth eventually, right? But I want to start with the temples. So we'll smooth like that. And then this one here. Do snakes have enough fat to make soap? Apparently. When we were killing the snakes, we were running into issues because I was kind of hoping we would get like skin for leather, but you can't make snake leather apparently. Like the only things we were getting from the snakes was like a skull and fat. That was like all we were getting. So that's like all we can do with snakes. Impressed heck is settled. I am too. I'm very glad about that. I'm quite glad. We're good up here. I think that's a guild hall even. And then this. Just do like that. And then this down here. Did we assign an engraver? Do we have a dedicated engraver yet? I'm not sure we do. And we can work on more porcelain stuff. Probably need to dig more flux because of course we do. This whole layer has basically been smoothed. And then that's the fortress. That's the whole dang thing. Cool. So I'm guessing what's happening is that we're not going to get the rest of our clothing made because they're not going to be able to use these clothings. I guess let's see what happens to this one. Because these are like partially used. Someone's coming for it. Yeah, needs unused plant cloth. So you're gonna bring this up to the hospital. Yeah. Okay, so we're out of cloth. We're out of cloth for the purposes of clothing. And it is currently spring, so we're gonna have to wait for summer to get more cloth. We're working on sweet pods and plump helmets. Caravan tactician Frozen Hunter. Reg has bestowed the name Tishi Slamez Ulozeg upon a pearwood shield. Excellent. Reg just named his shield. How do you feel about that, Reg? The legendary organizer. Doesn't feel anything. That's the thing. Our experiments are one struggle mood-wise, but zombies are a whole other thing because they just don't ever feel things except for the memories they had when they were alive. Became more hateful. Yeah. That's Reg in a nutshell. But did you got a toga and a breastplate and a mail shirt. Okay, perfect. And you have your named wooden shield and your divine metal longsword, 2 gloves, 2 gauntlets, sock, boot. Where's your other boot? You have everything else. What's with the boots? Do you need 2 different... You don't need to assign 2 boots, right? Boots get assigned as a pair. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they'll figure it out. So I guess I'm gonna wait until we can finish making all that clothing before we form a new squad. I don't know what's up with Omli. But they'll work on it. They will work on it. The rest of you are just down here. Eating my food, eating my mama roasts. And see, even now, two of them got slightly better. Ever so slightly better. Oh, engravers, that's what I was wondering about. We have our doctor is our engraver, that's right. Our Black Mamba adopting doctor is also a proficient engraver. We should have a second engraver going. Maybe one of the miners? One of our miners is also a weaponsmith. You are just an armorer. You are just a clother, bone carver, and cook. I want you to stay on cook for sure. You were just a poet. Maybe the poet is the engraver. Maybe you're an artsy-fartsy type. Artsy-fartsy type. What's your dream here? Detest mosquitoes. Do you not have a dream? Do you not have a dream? Where does dream show up? Why am I forgetting that? A doctor being an engraver makes sense. They either leave the hospital or they get into the grave. You're playing both sides. An engraver. Oh my god. I like it. I like it. Yeah, values. So, like, they have dreams. The monsters don't have preferences, but they do have dreams. So Asmir here dreams of mastering a skill. But like, where's the one I was looking at? Where's Ars? Ars does not have a dream. Has a great deal of respect for the law, a turnaround after where a family member received justice through a criminal's conviction. Who's your family member? I don't know that most of the people here aren't related to each other. You don't have any family here. What does that mean? You do have 2 children, though. They're just not here. Doesn't value eloquence so much and doesn't particularly care about craftsmanship. What do you care about? What about art? Yeah, you don't really care about art. Our poet doesn't care about art. What does that mean? What about... Who else was there? There's Zaz. Zaz is busy. I made a dwarf our peacekeeper. Oh dear. I'm sure that will be fine. We have several miners. I probably don't need that many miners. Like I'll leave these, maybe Tassel. Maybe, oh, of course I do it from here. I think Tassel is going to continue to be a miner, but you're also going to be an engraver. And start training up your engraving skills. And then I want to get rid of this mud. We finally got our waterfalls to work. I don't think we're gonna have more mud forming. I would love to make the current mud go away. Yeah, so I think we're gonna do that with like building floors, right? I think that's how this is gonna be how this works. Keep it building, so we're just gonna go like this, right? And this is just gonna all be shale blocks. Just do like that. Dreams, 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 dreams. They're just in it for the cool snaps when they land a nice rhyme. Oh, there you go. I was trying to come up with a joke around owning the libs, but that's not where I'm at right now. Masterpiece, steel breastplate. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. I think we can even rebuild these ramps, right? I think I can build a constructed ramp over a natural ramp, and that'll just change its material, right? I think I've done that before. If I do ramp just like that. I mean, that looks a bit nicer already. We'll see if it gets muddy again. Yeah, shale block upward slope. Excellent. Okay, I mean, that looks nice. I think we're just gonna do that for this whole spiral system here. Maybe our hallways will all get tiled in at some point, but right now I just want to get rid of the mud. I just don't want the mud. Just a random, just a random mug. Okay, I guess. Okay, and then from there, I guess I care about this a tiny bit. There's a lot of mud here. This is fine though. This is just the way down to the caves. And then we're going to construct ramps. That will make this all look very nice. Yep, we're out of cloth, I know. Yeah, look at that. That looks so much nicer. That looks so much nicer. Oh, and then that's what I was gonna, and then this is gonna be where our engravers get their practice, and now we're saving. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. We're gonna practice our engraving on the stairwell. Think you're gonna get about 3 hours of sleep at this rate. That's no good. Do you have to be up super early tomorrow? That's no fun. Just engrave all the floors. Can you engrave slopes? You can't engrave slopes. That's interesting. That looks so much cleaner. That looks so much nicer. Okay, that has satisfied me. I am now satisfied. Okay, and then our engravers will get some practice. In a low importance area. Oh, Rurak, it's a different Rurak. Our Rurak died and now we have a different Rurak. Nope, you're a visitor. Oh yeah, the cave swallow people. Oh, and the honey. We should get the honey stuff figured out. Yeah, you're just... Oh, I mean, you are a legendary armor smith. Okay, I guess I do care about you, I think, then. Annoyed in the rain, delighted near a waterfall. The system works. You don't know anyone here. You have a spouse and 2 lovers. Values tranquility and disdains artwork. Okay. Are you here to visit a temple? If you're a prophet? Still doing my assignment that's due in today, but will be early hours tomorrow. Then I have to be up early for a work event. Ugh. Ugh. You're attending a meeting. You're waiting for our clan leader to finish their meal. Then you're having a meeting. Still having a meeting. Okay. Interested having an intellectual discussion with an acquaintance. Satisfied remembering producing a masterwork. Fair. Are you from our other fortress? Now you're meditating on muck. Yeah, you belong to the Frosty Buckling, which is Leopardbends. That's cool. So we're getting crossovers. I don't know why most of this got smoothed. Oh well. That's all happening. I feel like, did they change the color of porcelain? I feel like porcelain got a little more gray. Maybe I'm wrong. The Lime Rhythm soldier was stung by a honeybee. Because of course. Because of course. So, honey, right? So I have these 5, I guess, set to not gather products. They're just ready. They're just going to be split into the other ones. All these other ones already, wow. We already have a bunch of honey, or a bunch of bees at least. Cats are great. Cats are good. Cats are good when they're behaving, right? Cats are usually good. And we're getting mud in here. Okay, I'm excited about this mud, and I'm excited about everything else being clean. Yeah, and I'm not seeing more mud form, at least so far. Would argue cats are good when not behaving too. Yeah, it's just harder to feel that way in the moment, you know? We are engraving our porcelain statues. So honey, right? Honey and wine, or and mead and all that stuff. I always have to remember how it works. But I think we need a press, right? Honey is is a product pressed from honeycomb. Can be made into a still and made into mead at a still or used in cooking prepared meals. So, we need a, I'm gonna do a stockpile. I guess does, where does just the honeycomb go? Where does just honeycomb end up? Honeycomb. And empty jugs are available. The latter item being needed for the royal jelly that is produced in the process. Oh, we need to make jugs. Need to make jugs. Know that actual harvesting and further transport to a stockpile or screw press is a separate process. Only the first needs to be done by the beekeeper, and everything is very well. Honeycombs are a tool. If you want to make a honeycomb only stockpile, enable tools under finished goods and wax as the only acceptable material. Okay. So then I think that stockpile is going to go up here, right? I think we're going to have a honey harvesting area here. I will have a door there. We'll have to smooth all of this out, of course. But then we'll put our honeycombs down there, and then they will be transported down to our kitchen area where they will get pressed. Because then the beekeeper only has to go from here to here. And I like that better. I guess we can also just do like some drains in here. Oh yes, I know it's wet. I know it's wet. Everything in this fortress is wet. It's not news. It's not news. Bedud and a farmer are fighting. Soldier attacks the farmer. Why? Oh my god! Our farmer? Wasn't our farmer good? Okay, well we still have a legendary planter. Well, there are fewer. I mean, they are getting slowly better, but you just murdered someone. You just straight up murdered our farmer. And I'm pretty sure for no reason. Yeah, that's all just individual logs. Soldier attacks the farmer, and then if I look at this one, soldier attacks the farmer. So clearly the soldier started it. And then just beat our farmer to death. Why? Why? We haven't even found the corpse yet because it happened in your bedroom. Now we found it. Dud. Yeah. We're definitely gonna have to make a squad of the grumpy people. Look at all the pigtails. Of course, you do have a bit of a walk just to go grab all the pigtail seeds. Maybe I'll put the pigtail seeds over here specifically. This is food, seed, pigtail seeds. And then this no longer takes pigtail seeds. Exile, yeah. What's the big animal? Which one? I didn't see which one you saw. I mean, there's dragons. We have dragons and snakes. That's all we have here, I think. Yeah, I think when we get to the point of taking some sites on the world map, our Tantrumers are gonna be the ones who get sent to staff them on a long-term basis. Maybe they can go have babies over there. And then this is gonna be the library. So we should make some bookcases. Doot doot. So yes, we're gonna say rock, bookcase. I think 10 is gonna be fine. That's all we've ever needed before. And then I want to make some screw presses. Right? Screw press. I'm not even gonna bother with power. I don't think I'm even gonna bother with power in this fortress. I'm not sure what I would use it for. I'm just gonna say boop, 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 boop. Some screw presses. And then we'll need jugs, right? You can make a jug out of whatever. I'm just gonna say rock jug. I'm not gonna use fuel to make porcelain jugs. But this is gonna repeat. Empty rock jugs and boulders. I want to have 15 free jugs at any time. And I think that works. And then we're also like, we've used our junk stone. We've used our rocks, which is just bizarre to me. I don't even know how that happened. It's because we have all our craft goods. It just went nuts. Oh yeah, and this all got weird too. Smooth the tombs. Yeah, okay. So then, oh, there's another monkey. Another Kawadi. Another dead Kawadi. So you're all up here, you are haggard, you aren't wearing your stuff. See, you have... like, you still have a bunch of bronze stuff. You're like the only one who hasn't figured it out yet. We're getting there. So then the other thing... So we can fiddle with their supplies now. We can tell them to not bring food or drink. We can tell them how much food and drink. I think I'm okay with them having food and drink. They don't technically need to eat, but we have DFHack doing the whatchamacallit, immortal cravings. They are, ideally they are eating because then they can at least get that happy thought. But then our hunters, our one hunter who has not successfully hunted, we want to go to standing orders. That's still not... I could have sworn there it is. There it is. I found it. Emergency snacks in case they make any friends. Exactly. So now I want hunters to use bolts of any kind. We have some bolts. right? Because our hunter, we still have a hunter, right? Hunter is Asmer, animal relations mediator. Is praying to Ormel. And you have a crossbow, and now you have bolts. Wow, did you just do that? You might have just done that. So now I'm wondering if you can successfully hunt. You're the only person told to hunt, and now you actually have your gear. So we'll see if that happens. I know that there's some ravens out there. It's mostly just ravens. But if the boars show up, I would love to hunt the boars. We got all our screw presses. We have... down here, we have this. So we're going to go ahead and carve fortifications here and here so that this place can drain. Because of course. Well, a friend of mine just started. I'll catch the rest on VOD. Okie dokie. Have a good one. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. Also, hi, Dragon Garland. How's it going? We're working on bees. We're working on honey. So this is gonna be our honeycomb stockpile. So it's finished goods, tools of wax. And then I guess I don't want our other finished good stockpile to take that. So that is this. Here's where all of our rocks are ending up. I could just say not tools. I think this is our only finished good stockpile. How do isn't there a way to say stockpiles? Oh no, we have 2%, two of them. Oh, that's funny, that tells you the percent. Oh, the one I just made. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think what I'm gonna say... I'm trying to think of what else counts as a tool. I know there are other things that count as tools. Maybe I'll make like a specific tool stockpile. Maybe just a little thing here. Just for the sake of keeping things kind of organized in some way. That was almost a shape. I'll just do like this, maybe. Yeah. So that's going to be our general tool stockpile. This will not accept tools of any kind. And then wax tools will go by the bees. Mace Lord, Spear Master, Sword Master, Master Lasher. Oh my goodness. They are going to be very dangerous. They're slowly, they are slowly getting better. They are slowly getting better. Yeah, you definitely murdered someone. And then, why is there... I saw teeth. There's just teeth on the ground. Okay. Yeah, so now this should accept the honeycombs. And I think I need to make a beekeeper job? This is going to be specific for beekeeping. And then pressing? What does... Yeah, pressing. Maybe I'll say that the beekeepers and the pressers are the same people, even though they're different skills. I think that makes sense. And then you are a... Reg is a proficient presser? Why? What? I guess. Must have gotten some pressing experience in our other fortress. That's that's news to me. Who wants to be the beekeeper? Gem cutter? Gem cutter could be our beekeeper. Gem cutting is not a full-time job. Let's just do that. And then I kind of want to see it happen. And then we're getting mud. Look at all our mud. I know I'm gonna want to do like a couple different farms in here, if I can. No, it didn't like that. I thought, like, here it's fine. So a pile of mud, a pile of mud. Hold on. The gems get all sticky. You just pull them out of a bin and like a whole chunk comes out. So why can I not build on constructed floors? That's gonna be unfortunate. Mud is left by water. There's like... See, like here would be fine. And then here would not. Can it not go on constructed floors? That's unfortunate. Is there a way I can force that? On the other hand, the hives will be gorgeous. True. Very true. Oh, how do I fix that? What do I do about that? It says there's mud there. It's enough for anything else. I would have to, like, channel all of this out. Surprise throat frogs. Oh, are you here to do it? Install colony in hive. Excellent. Hello, Smitchell. Howdy, howdy. How's it going? I just realized you can't make farms on constructed floors. And I'm sad. Going good? Good. Like, it says the problem is that there's no mud, and there is mud, right? I can do it here on the natural floors. Or no! It's gonna let me, it's just not ideal. Okay, actually, the yellow's not... well, I mean, it let me. Let's see what happens here. Do like a 3x3 here. Does this work? Does this work? Can someone please do this? This would make me very happy if it worked. Nest box toppled by tantruming monster. Again, now you're... I feel like I need to keep an eye on them. We've had 5 deaths. The most number of people we've had in this fortress was 50, and we've been slowly tantruming ourselves to death. Assumptions were false. Apparently. Worship tantrum. Now they're just gonna fight. Well, at least you're fighting someone your own size. Please just pick on someone your own size. And now the tantrum's over. I feel regret. Then don't do it. Then stop doing it. So you toppled a nest box, which is just rude. Just rude, honestly. How many of these have these all been toppled? Okay. Okay. Yeah, look. Okay. I suppose that works. And that's just because of the water. Yeah, okay. Huh. Someone got stung one too many times. Only one person's been stung, and no migrants. Continually no migrants. Continually no migrants. I guess I'm also hoping that if we have a dedicated beekeeper, then only one person is ever gonna be near the bees, right? Only one person can potentially be stung. Kitty, oh, she's very cute up there now. She's figuring it out. Slowly figuring out that that's where I want her to be. Also gonna do a little seed stockpile, right? I'd love for the mud to get over here. Oh, look! A forgotten beast. Oh, look at this name. That's a goblin name. Ngurzung Ngo Kongslu. NGNGU. That's a cluster of letters. Ngong Ngokang Nguzlu. Ingerzung Ngokang Nguzlu. An enormous 3-eyed hadrosaurid. 3 eyes is auspicious, I guess. All the Lime Rhythm soldiers have 3 eyes and 3 tails. Hello, Pizentios. How's it going? We just got a forgotten beast. It has large mandibles and appears to be emaciated. Its silver scales are jagged and close set. Beware its poisonous sting. So now, I believe now we have 2 forgotten beasts down here. Unless one of them might have just wandered off. I think one wandered off. But look! Look at it! Okay, so we don't get all the colors. This is definitely not a new world. But we do get the new sprites. Look at it! Curse terrors. Excellent. You've killed 2 in Runditch. That's interesting. That's a toppled fortress from our civilization. The Uncharted Dork Hamlet can guarantee one thing, and that is kitties. Yes, I do my best. There are definitely times where they are not on screen. It is very stubborn. I find it interesting that they have personalities. You have skills? They don't really have skills either. Well, our caves are sealed off, and there's a bunch of giant cave swallow people in here. So let's see what happens here. Oh, that art is so good. It looks so good. It even has 3 eyes. It even has 3 eyes. Okay, so it's on the other side. The cave swallow people are on the other side of our farm here. It's so good. It's so good. And it's like, it's even like silver colored? Is that what I was seeing? Oh, hold on. Silver scales. So honestly, that's not far off from what it actually looks like. Speedy boy, yeah. Well, we're also at 95 frames a second, so it's probably normal speed. And the game is just going quickly. Like, we're almost done with summer already. Which means our clothing should be getting done, right? Probably had a pigtail harvest by now. You're just gonna... You exist there now. There's a person now. Look! Oh, we got pigtails going. Someone's gonna plant the plump helmet someday, supposedly. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, need to plant cloth. So maybe we haven't harvested it quite yet. We go to our clothing, which is here. So actually there's some pigtails here. There's some cloth here. So we're getting through it. We're getting through it. We're working on it. Yeah, you're processing. You're processing. And see, we're still not seeing the seeds coming out of the shops. Hey, oh, hi, Reg. Processing plants. Because it should be... Whoop. The thread is successfully outputting to the thread stockpile, but the seeds are not outputting to the seed stockpile. So I don't know what's happening there. Though we did need bags, right? Maybe that's part of the problem. I think just some cloth bags. Let's say 10 of those. Just enough for seeds and whatnot. And like our stairwell or our ramp well is all nice and engraved. It's not muddy anymore. It's not growing in with moss. People are getting happy thoughts as they walk around. Very good. Very, very good. So now I think I want our engravers to be working on our common areas. So yeah, I'm gonna say not all of the tavern, but like a good chunk of the tavern, and then when they're really good at it, we'll get them in here to do the middle and get some masterworks in here as well. But this will get them something to practice on. Something like that. And also then we can start putting in statues and stuff around the outside. Injured citizen. Who is this? This is I was attacked. By who? Oh my goodness. Why? What's happening now? Zycab and Padub are tantruming. Are those the two angry faces now? Zytab and Ketos. Padud is actually doing a little bit better. You are not. You are still haggard. You are not currently tantruming. You're not currently tantruming. Okay, so what happened here? We have Padud Kicking a soldier. Great, thanks. Propelled backwards. Oh my goodness. Calmed down. Hooray. And then our dwarf. So this is our peacekeeper, right? Peacekeeper punches, so that's justice happening. And then Zycab is a tantrumer. Punches a soldier. Yup. A bunch of bruising. Soldier looks sick. Why? And then there's like all these others. The miner is fighting. Where was all this happening? There's Za. This is our injured person, right? So clearly there was a tantrum right here. Do they just not like the snakes? Are they just put on edge by the snakes existing? Cannot stand, cannot grasp. Neck has been sutured. Very weak. Very rarely sick, but very weak. Good. Great. Okay, well, only one person has been injured. So I'm gonna say with that number of tantrums. No, you were. Oh no, you just died. You died on the way to the hospital. And then a carpenter is fighting. No, that's just like leftover. You are. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, we're down to 44. Down to 44. What do you think is going to happen? Predictions. Is this we slowly tantrum ourselves to death, or will we eventually get oh, we need flux. Will we eventually get a migrant wave or a bunch of children, or are we just like on the slow decline? What do you think is going to happen here? This is the children will save us. I hope so. They're going to have to make some more. They're going to have to start making some more. Police state that prevents tantruming. If you figure out how to do that, I would love to hear about it. Because enforcing justice just kind of makes recidivism. Right? So, not ideal. Oh, so we want to, so here, doing 3 things at once is going to be our general tool stockpile. Finished goods, tools of all materials, I guess, except for wax. Then they'll just have a place to go. Depends on the justice. Hammering can stop things, for instance, but they get grumpy about it, right? It's not like a tantrumer goes, oh, I'll just be happy now, right? Did we lose a guard captain? We didn't lose a guard captain. We don't technically have, the kobolds call them reapers, but we don't technically have one assigned. We just have like that it frequently kills people, which is not exactly what I want, right? I want to have a populated fortress with no tantrumers. Okay, you're all still here. We technically don't have a reaper. We have a peacekeeper. Peacekeeper acts as law enforcement. Reaper acts as executioner should a crime be heinous enough to require it. I'm not actually sure what the difference is. Like that's a different distinction than dwarves usually have. So this is stuff coming from the mod. Do we want to have a Reaper? I don't want like a Reaper to murder someone, right? I don't want murder to happen. And then we were working here. I don't think we've had... I'm not ready to split. I don't think we have any done yet. Maybe we're just waiting for them to be ready. But I guess I'll wait until I see whatchamacallit. Once I start seeing honeycombs show up, I'll put in the jobs to process them. But then I want like a little seed stockpile. Maybe... Right? It would almost make more sense for it to... Maybe just both those things go in here. I'm gonna say that this stockpile does not need to be that large. And then we'll put in a new stockpile that is for the above ground seeds. So everything except for pigtail, plump helmets, cave wheat, dimple cups, which we still haven't found yet, sweet pods, and rock nuts. And then I want to get rid of this seed stockpile. Yep. And then I want to assign some crops to be grown in these plots. Because we have seeds for a couple things. We could do carrots, we can do rye, that'll give a different kind of beer. Raspberry, grape, 2 different kinds of millet, and barley and alfalfa. So we're gonna be able to make like a couple different kinds of beer. And then these are all the same year round, right? You didn't see anything. Okay, so I'm gonna say that this one here, this is gonna be like our beer stuff. So we're gonna do barley in the autumn, finger millet in the winter, foxtail millet in the spring, and then rye in the summer. That works out nice. And then basically the other stuff, grape, raspberry, and carrots. Cool. Still no migrants. Will we ever get migrants again? Oh my goodness. This is the most fun fortress I've had in a while. I'll say that. Porcelain statue toppled by Zycab. Attend meeting. Oh, did you kill a cat? You killed a cat inside your jail cell? Oh, and then you're not seeing me. Okay. Glad I glanced over. Because I minimized the screen, froze the stream. Okay, now we're good, right? We're good. I'm streaming, I'm recording, you can see it, you can hear it, you can hear me. We're all good. Here's a dead cat. Here's Zycab in a jail cell. And someone else is dead. Our armorer. Did we just lose a legendary armorer to a tantrum? Hi, Happy Crobat. Welcome in. Thanks for the follow. We're having fun. This is a cursed fortress. This is a very cursed fortress. We're getting stuff done. Stuff is being completed. Yeah, I think they need some structure. I am hesitant to give our tantrumers weapons, of course. Maybe I give them like voice is so beautiful, thank you. Some people like it. Our seeds ended up down here. Perfect. So this whole fortress just has me on my back foot. Maybe what we do, maybe we have our tantrumers go in a squad, and I tell them to train, but I give them a uniform with armor but not weapons. Could that work? I don't know that our... What did... Wait, hold on. Oh, you're also our trapper, that's right. Oh, now we're just out of armor smiths. That's not good. That's not good. We have... And even... We don't have any... We don't have any smithing skill now. Why do you want to give them armor? To give them practice using armor, because I do want to send them out to be a squad, but I want them to be dangerous while they're here. You know what I mean? I want to hand them a sword as they walk out the door and leave the map, and then take it from them when they come back. I get it. Can you assign training weapons specifically? I guess you can assign specific items even. You still need to figure your stuff out. But look, if I go here and say new weapon, I could say training weapons. Okay. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe that's what happens here. Because we have wood, right? We should still have... We have wood. So I'm going to say... Wooden training axes. Wooden training spears. Wooden training swords. And we're just going to do... I mean, let's just do a whole set. Let's just make 10 of each of those. Because why not? They actually finished making all that stuff. Wow. Do we have more cloth sitting around? Yes. Excellent. And more thread sitting around. So we should be making cloth still? Yeah. And we've processed all of our pigtails. And none of the seeds have ended up here. See, that's the thing, right? The thread is going. But the seeds are staying here. I told them to output to here. What if I... Of course, now it can't output to there. But this can take them, right? This can take them. Why isn't that happening? Maybe if I do this, that shouldn't be how it works. Because I could also link these directly to the pigtail seed stockpile in the farm area. But I don't know what would be different. Like, that should be all I need to make a functional stockpile here. But at any rate, I'm going to do another order of the togas and skirts specifically. Cloth toga. Cloth skirt. Do another 10 of each of those, and these will be the big size. I also want to make sure that the other kind of experiment can wear that sized stuff. That is sized for you. Because none of this is stuff that we've made. Right? You're not in a squad. No, okay. I wonder, like, they can't be that far, right? In size from each other, I would presume. I guess we can look at you, because you're definitely gonna have... Unless you don't. Is that the trick? Can you not wear... You're not finding your stuff because you're the only one in the squad who's a thud? Because you're a doctor and you're all stonecrafters? That's interesting. Maybe they need their own size stuff. Large pigtail dress is sized for you. Pigtail skirt is sized for you. Maybe they're different sizes. Okay, well in that case, maybe what we do, we're gonna say these are gonna be sized for them. I wish there was a way to know for sure. I'm really curious what their sizes are. Oh yeah, bookcases. We should put them in our library. Which is this. Right? Bookcase. Yeah, they're just gonna kind of go around the outside. I want one more. I want one more. And this becomes a meeting area. Maybe we'll attract some scholars. Maybe we'll attract some scholars. This is a new library, the Bastion of Leading. All welcome. And then we'll toss in some tables and chairs. Sure. I guess I want that to come out a little bit. Ignore those. Nope, stop! Stop! Do like that. And then... suppose we make some... I guess we could do like scrolls. Scrolls are easier than books. Hey, look! Oh, yeah! Dreams of Jealousy. So our books are already going to show up in here. Training weapons have been completed. Someone just... Are you, is Tawat there gonna go get some... Go grab a skirt? Is that what's happening here? Where are you? Uh, how do you spell your name? Toh, yeah. Y-E-O-H. Picking up equipment. So if you immediately go and grab... You're grabbing a dress. And if you grab a skirt right now, yeah, toga skirt. They're different sizes. They're different sizes enough that they need their own stuff. That's cool. And then you're gonna store an item. And you're in a squad, so maybe this is gonna fix. Oh, except you're in like that other squad, not our squad. You know, put your pants away, so now you wear a skirt, a dress, a toga, and a skirt. I put on a superior item. I'm content. So that's gonna make some people a little bit happier. That's gonna help a little bit. We're making a rock table. Are you making a table out of the marble? Oh, we're making furniture out of the marble. No wonder we keep running out. I was like, there's no way we've made that much steel. There's no way we've made that much steel. Where's the rock tab? Stone use. Marble does not get used for things. Yeah, no, don't use marble in non-economic jobs. Sigh. I mean that makes sense because we used a bunch of our rock here. We just need more like rocks. Hey, look, another forgotten beast. At least they're showing up. Can we populate a fortress with forgotten beasts? Spas. Araze Esmore? Smestriana. A great cuckoo with lidless eyes. It has a curling trunk and a bloated body. Its black feathers are fluffed out, but where its webs? We have a web-spitting cuckoo. In our caves here. Look at that. Sure. The afflicted holes. It's afflicted with web spitting. A cuckoo. I don't know if I would call that a cuckoo, but it does have a bloated body and a trunk. I'm curious if it's going to meet our other forgotten beast. Yes. I hope the web one dies. Nope. Good job. Wow. Seriously injured. You have a beak stuck in your neck. Interesting. You did get cut open. Okay. You're not gonna bleed out or anything though. They heal themselves very, very quickly. Cancels make wooden barrel oblivious. Oh, what was that? I missed. Someone showed up. A visitor, an elf philosopher is visiting. Our other visitors have left as well, which means someone has visited our fortress and left, which I think is good. Are you from... You're from our fort. You're from our fort. You were just hauling a random pond turtle shell. For reasons. Okay. Welcome in. Now we're attracting smart people. Just gonna come straight in and... Oh, I thought you were eating. Nope. Lonely, uneasy. I mean, yeah, now you can pray in here. I should place a bunch of statues. Are you leaving? You good? I've seen enough. Wow, okay. Well, that bodes well for what they think of our fortress. Bye. Heard about all the tantrums, I guess. And see, this doesn't have any seeds in it, right? What am I missing here? Hum-de-hum-de-hum. So we have statues here. I'm gonna place some statues in our temples because our temples are getting used. We're gonna select. So I'm gonna put them by the door, right? Let's say at least 4 in every temple. Porcelain statue of creatures of evil. Statue of a cave blob. Statue of Nar. I think this is even the Temple of Nar. Let's check that. Yes, perfect. I did it. I put a statue of a god in that god's temple. Hooray. This is for this. Right? Do I have a statue for this? It doesn't look like it. Donkeys. That's a different god. Iguana devil, neat. A kobold. And a lorikeet man. Why not? Have I ever seen a lorikeet man? No, I have not. Do we have a statue for it? Yes, we do. There's a lot of statues for gods. What is this one for? This is for Odor. I don't think I have a statue for Odor. Nope. You're just gonna get some generic kobold statues. And then down here, you are for the Bastion of Loving, which I don't think I've seen a statue for that one either. Yep. Kobold. Kobold. Kobolds. Why not? Generic statues. And this one was for... That one's for Utost. That one we do have. Utost. I guess I'm gonna put the other Nar statue in the Nar temple, right? So then... Which was which? So that's gonna be the one for Nar. I'm gonna take out the cave blob one and put in the other Nar statue. We have multiple Nar statues. Which makes sense, it is a very popular statue here. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll say that's good for the moment. let's go ahead and make a squad. I mean, our mood is slowly improving, but the tantrums are not going away. They're just slightly merrier tantrums. I'm also gonna say that this is like our quarry, essentially. So our normal like rock is gonna come from here as well, since we're out of that too. But now we have marble accumulating. Okay, so going to make a squad specific for the grumpy people. And I don't, like, who do I want to lead it? A doctor's visiting. Oh, that's nice. Maybe you'll stay more than 10 seconds. I want to look here. So we have Rickgo is our clan tactician. And you are pretty happy. You are not one of our tantrumers. You are not in a squad. Long to make romance. You are novice at everything, so you're great. You're great at everything. I think you're gonna be the leader of this squad. I think Rickgo is the leader. I'm gonna make them a new... The Sinful Churches. Excellent. So you're gonna be the leader, and then all of our tantrumers are gonna go in this squad, which I believe is it was Towat, right? I guess let's... Now I have to remember. It's definitely Zykab. It's definitely Pedud. Let's start with that. And then as I see the tantrums, I'm just gonna pop them in this squad. And then you are going to get a new uniform. Yeah, I do. I want you wearing all the stuff. I want you with a toga and a mail shirt and a breastplate and a helm and a skirt and greaves and gloves and gauntlets and high boots and a shield and I guess I have to pick one, don't I? We'll manually assign those. I wish I could say like individual choice training weapon. That'd be kind of cool. This is going to be armor, replace, no weapon. Or just armor, no weapon. I want these to be steel. Shield's gonna be wood. Oh, and socks. Socks, gloves, skirt and toga. Mail shirt, breastplate, helm, greaves, gauntlets, high boots. Replaces clothing, partial matches. I think that is what I want. So I'm going to assign armor, no weapon to this squad. And you're not even, you're not going to get... Oh, I can't, why can't I do, oh, interesting. The Sinful Churches is going to do no food, no water. The fact that our timeout squad is called the Sinful Churches is just too good. Just too good. I think that's how we do it. I think that's how this goes. And then they're gonna need orders to actually train. They're gonna train in here. I'm not gonna give them special bedrooms. I think their bedrooms are just gonna be their normal bedrooms. And then I want them on constant training? Do I even give them time off? I don't want them constantly training because that's going to make them very grumpy. I want them to... I guess I'm just going to take this squad so they'll get to train with Reg. Maybe that's what we'll do. So I'm going to copy the Twinkles of Chill and I'm going to paste it for the Sinful Churches. Yeah. And I think that will work. Now let's go watch, like, Pedud. I need more. It's frustrating. How about more training? Think abstractly? Go to combat training. So currently you just don't have... Oh, you're just naked. You're just straight up naked now. I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't get backpacks and water skins assigned if they don't have orders to use them. Oh, but you are... You got socks and gloves. Now you're going up for the armor. Now back for the toga. And a male shirt. Now you go back. Yeah, the toga should have been first. No? Oh, interesting. Does the toga go between the male shirt and the breastplate? Huh. Well, okay, cool. Now you got all your stuff. Now you're gonna sit here training. Organized dodging demonstration. So they can sit here and, like, dodge, right? They can sit here and learn how to dodge from our legendary dodger without needing to have a weapon in their hands. So I think that's going to be how they start. I'm not even going to give them a training weapon yet. You just sit here and learn how to dodge with Reg. I'm okay with this. We have another visitor reading Dreams of Jealousy in our library. Perfect. Questions about the author. Pretty sure these are books that we stole from that tower that these people are all from. Start your day with Mountain Birth. Yeah, these are the books from the tower. What kind of written content? We have a whole 4 books. We have a whole 4 books. But we have people in here reading. That's art is life. Yeah, are you gonna learn something? Is this gonna satisfy your need to learn something? Yes. Look at that. Okay, that's gonna help too. That helps the mood. That gives them something to do. Give me the tower. Okay. We processed all our plants. At some point, I think I want to get paper processing going so we can make, like, some pigtail scrolls. But definitely prioritizing the clothing. And okay, maybe it was the bags. Can the rest of you Can the rest of you work, please? Like, why is that? Okay, and Ketas, you. Guess what? You go here now. Stumbling around obliviously. So where'd you go? You've already run off. Dwarf engineer. Oh, we're just gonna instantly attract all of the smart people from our other fortress. We were kind of a bookish fortress. Ponder light and color. Yeah, they're like down here working on color theory. Okay. And look at you. You got like you got like clothing on and such. Very cool. Cool. Maybe some people will start showing up. These scholars are gonna come in and read a book and then leave and tell our other fortress about all the cool things that are going on here, right? All the great things that they're missing out on. Ponder disease classification. Interesting. And that's our doctor. Our doctor is in the library pondering diseases. Not even our doctor. This is a visiting doctor. Oh. Zycab has gone berserk. Up here, oh, see this, now this is what's gonna happen. Going berserk in the training barracks. Well, that's the end of Zycab. Why? Why? See, it just says the soldier wrestler and the soldier wrestler. So it's like I can't even tell who started this, right? Clan tactician strikes in the foot. Yeah. Well, that's one less tantrumer. I could really use a good meal. Did you get this kill? You got this kill. A zombie, a kawadi, and a tantrumer. Well, that's one way to deal with it. I gave him a chance. Gave him a chance. Are you... That's the corpse. Okay. There's your hand. Goodness gracious. But someone got injured. Things aren't still happening, right? Who attacked you? Was that Zycab? I wish it said their names in here. I think you were just up there while that happened? There's not more, like, the combat's done, right? Wait, bridge? You destroyed the bridge? The bridge? You destroyed the bridge. You destroyed the bridge, and then, oh, and we can't get to our refuse pile either. This fort, I swear to God, this fort. is gonna be the end of me. We have a seriously injured person up here alone. And no way to get to the hospital because someone tantrumed away the bridge. Can I even build it from this side? We're gonna do it all out of wood. This is top priority. Well, we're out of grumpy faces. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna have a fortification here. Or no, not there. No one's taken it yet? Can anyone... Do they have to build it from this side? Do I have to disassemble this bridge to build the other bridge? This fortress, oh my god. No one's gonna be able to get there. But if I say, construct a bridge here, there's a building present. I have to deconstruct this bridge in order to rebuild the other bridge. Well, I'm just going to do one bridge. Instead of it being a retracting bridge, it's going to be a bridge that opens to this side. You can do it now, right? Unless like all the cherry wood is upstairs or something. Maybe let's do it out of blocks, so I know that we have access to the blocks. That's what it was. They couldn't get to the wood. Oh, my god. And now they're all gonna catch up on the garbage. Did we lose? Did we lose Padud too? Did you... Not only did Padud tantrum a bridge and strand the entire fortress underground, Padud tantrumed away a bridge that he was standing on and ended up in the river. So now there's an entire soldier's worth of gear in the river. This is all just our garbage. This is our... Yeah, okay, so that's the one that's been there. Great work, Padud. I don't think I can recover that. Unless I got really fancy with, like, pump stacks. I think you're just down there now. Fantastic. Have we grown any plants here yet? I haven't seen any. Oh, but we lost our farmer. No, we have a planter. We do have a planter. You're gonna be, or no, you're also a stock keeper. Hello, isn't that Ansteadfast Bugs Bunny stick? Cutting the branch you're standing on, yes. No, it's usually, I mean, I guess it's a tantrum thing. Getting so angry you just tantrum yourself to death. Yeah, that's very Looney Tunes. That is very Looney Tunes. Okay, well that's 2 tantrumers taken care of. That's not the way that I wanted them taken care of. That was not the solution I wanted here. Okay, so now you can come back in, right? Now our injured citizen really needs to get to the hospital. This is our legendary carpenter. A steadfast, yes. Yes, there you go. You're so perceptive. Why, yes. I have been stranded up here on my own. That was probably like a month, right? If I see one more tantrum, I am gonna have a tantrum. I am going to start tantruming very quickly here. Oh, and I want to look at you. So like you, oh, now it's winter. It's already winter. We're still doing like a year a stream. Okay, so then you are wearing stuff for your size. Okay. I think that they have to have their own individually sized things, which is just so cool. I'm gonna give them another fix your stuff order. Cause like you should have stuff sitting around for you. Look how much green there is, though. That's fantastic. And then you were the other one that was having a hard time. You have a thud-sized thing. And that means we're gonna have to make armor for their size as well. That's the thing. We've only been making armor sized for the limers. Okay, so that means I need to do steel helm, steel breastplate, steel mail shirt, steel greaves, steel gauntlets, steel high boots. Now, fortunately, we don't have that many of them, right? They are definitely the minority. I'm just going to do the order of 10, and that will be more than we will need unless they start procreating, which they have not started procreating at all. So that's going to be plenty. Right? I want to get to the point where we can start sending them off map, but like we have 40 people. Okay, so we're gonna call that good. Work on that, please. Why is there a book here? I'm just hauling a book around. Whatever. Whatever. Oh dear. Grumpiness is happening. Do we need more tombs? Have I filled up all our tombs yet? No, not yet. Probably need more for pets, though. I'm gonna have to make a slab for Pedud. Because we're not getting that corpse back. I can't believe they both immediately died. They were in that squad for 5 minutes. I'm not sure I'm making any slabs. Or no, I had to have made a slab. Because of Kanyar. The other one who's in the river. Where did I put... Did I not? Oh, yes, here. This is just a very large slab room. Okay. It'd be nice if you could, e.g., task the fishing people to try and snag the corpse. Yeah, just haul it out. Yeah. That'd be cool. That'd be a heck of a strength check. It'd be a kobold dragging out a body that weighs like twice as much as the kobold. Or Reg. Technically speaking, Reg does not need to breathe. Reg does not need to breathe. But I don't think I could... I don't know how I would tell Reg to do that specifically, right? But technically Reg could do it. I'm not gonna risk it though. I am not risking our most talented person on cleaning up a river. From that silliness. Yeah, Pedud. Please engrave a memorial to Pedud. Pedud was also one of the, like, we've only had one birth, right? We had one Lime Rhythm soldier give birth to triplets. One of the children has died, and now the father has died. So our only actual successfully procreating couple is no longer a couple anymore. Just on top of everything else. Okay, and now it's just you. Okay, and then who's our grumpy person? It is you, okay. Harrowed, good. I must pray to Nar. And then go do it. There's a temple to Nar. We leave next to a waterfall. Eat, I guess that's good too. Wonder remembering communing with Nar. Is that a good meal? Oh, tell me that's a good meal. Nope. Our meals aren't good enough. And then why... So has our farming happened? Our farming hasn't happened. Why hasn't our farming happened? Maybe you need to be a planter too. Because you are... See, now you're just doing nothing. Now you're gonna go harvest. So you have to do that individually too. That's the thing. Maybe I need to say... Oh, there's a different thing for harvesting, right? I thought there was like an everybody harvests thing. Everybody harvests. That's what I want. Yeah. Yeah. Because if you have to walk all the way back up to do that every time, then you're not being efficient at all. So now you're going to go plant, and everyone else is coming down to harvest. That is definitely more efficient. Cat's in such a pose. Yeah, she gets herself in a tangle. She's real funny. Can we abduct people? Not against their will. I don't think so, which is actually funny because invaders can abduct us. Or snatchers can abduct us. Which is the fact that we haven't been sieged by goblins is kind of interesting. We are directly next to a goblin capital. That would be interesting. So like when you raid a site, you can say like, I want to take their livestock, you can take their treasures, and you can kill them, but you can't kidnap someone. There's no player-driven slavery. Goblins haven't noticed that you aren't also actually goblins. That could be. I mean, we are kind of underground here. And then Ketas is stumbling around, so you're not a new one at least. We can handle one Tantrumer, right? And then we have... I'm gonna convict Padud posthumously. And now you're gonna go upstairs and plant seeds, right? Is that what you're doing? Yeah. Yeah, okay, good. Good. And did this get made? No, I want this one to get made too. Oh, there it goes. Perfect. Now what do I have get made here? And then I think can I make this other one too? Yeah. Okay. That part worked at least. I might have them harvest some more plants up on the surface just to get a wider variety of seeds. I think there might be some things that we haven't seen up there. Like obviously there's a bunch of tree stuff. There's a bunch of rye, there's oats. Can we grow oats? I'm gonna say... I did get rid of that zone. I'm gonna do a gather fruit zone. Just right here. This will prompt a siege, right? Once I tell people to come out here and pick fruit, they're gonna, we're gonna get sieged. Yeah, just grab whatever's out here. There's ratweed. Willow fruit? I didn't realize that willows make fruit. That's cool. Barley, there's cherries, well, though we can't grow cherries. But I guess if you grab the fallen fruit, I'm not gonna have them go up into the trees. But if they can grab the fallen fruit, that'd be great. Yep, you're tantruming, aren't you? Oh, you're even out here. Now you're done already. Okay. I was caught in freakish weather. This is truly horrifying. We only abduct consenting adults, exactly. Are the visitors still here? Besmar's still here, but that other one left. You're still here pondering color. Oh, see. Tuco and Inu And Reg. Hold on. What started that? Caravan tactician slashes the soldier in the hand, and the part sails off in an arc. And then we stand up a bunch. Punches a soldier in the leg, fracturing the bone through the toga. Was that... Who was that? Was that... Must have been Inu. Why did you... Oh no, you got hit by nuts. The spinning nuts miss the administrator. Someone threw nuts at you. Was that Tuco? Yeah. So Tuco threw a handful of nuts at Inu, and Reg lopped off his arm. Or his hand. Where's Inu? You the injured one? And then you are bringing Tuco. No, you are currently throwing a tantrum. Okay. Reg is hauling a tantruming experiment down to the hospital. Unconscious, throwing a tantrum. That's a strong tantrum. That's a real strong tantrum. Clearly sending them all out onto the surface was not the thing to increase their mood. Yeah, okay, everyone get back inside. That was a mistake. Get out of the blood rain. Just instantly tanked everyone's mood. And who was that? That was Inu that was tantruming? Or no, that was no, you were here. You were fine. You were fine. You were fine. It was Tuco. Of course, now you're like missing a upper leg is fractured. You have a lot of scars. You're just covered in scars. Who's missing their arm? Someone got their hand taken off. I don't know if I want to put a person missing a hand in our squad. What a fortress. Well, at least you didn't die. Reg could have murdered you. So here's a question. How does it rain blood? Evil. The entire landscape here is evil. And that means that you have evil weather, and one of the kinds of evil weather is it rains blood. It could rain dwarf blood, it could rain goblin blood. Elf blood seems kind of common. Hey look, a goblin scholar. I recognize your name. Utez. It's another scholar. And you are also... you used to be from our fortress, but now you're from a different fortress in our civilization. Okay. You're also here as a scholar, though. Okay, you're all gonna have fun. You all enjoy. Are the clouds here another necromancer experiment that consume an unknown resource of blood? I don't think so. Is it literally elf blood? So it is blood of elves that die generally and gets gathered. I think you're overthinking it. Is it teleported there by an evil ritual involving sacrifice of elves? Is it normal blood in a perception field makes it elf blood? I think you're overthinking it. It doesn't come from any discrete source. It is just blood that falls from the sky. I think it is literally elf blood. I think it is literally elf blood. Like rain, it happens. Yeah, exactly. Like, how does the water get up there, right? The game isn't like evaporating water off of the off of the bodies of water. Did we get any new? We didn't get any new types. We didn't get any new types of seeds. Oh well. I'm just gonna say that they grow some things. It truly don't matter. Raspberries. I like raspberries. And now we don't need this, now we don't need this to be making it wet. Now we can just smooth all this again. So the landscape is evil because, so there's two different kinds of evil landscape. If we look at our map here, so we're down here, and then this is the Dark Goblin Fortress of Devil Sprinkle, which we visited in our adventure, right? This is where we had way too many blind cave ogres. They were all right here. And then, oh, some of these sites are falling. Oh, some of these sites are destroyed. Interesting. I'm also curious about what's going on at Runditch. But there's two kinds of evil landscape. There's evil landscape that happens naturally, right? The world will just have evil in it, and that land will be intrinsically evil. And then there's evil that comes about because of something that someone did. So like necromancer towers, if someone makes a necromancer tower, the landscape around the tower becomes evil, and the tower will literally emanate evil and corrupt the landscape. Similar things happens with goblins. During world generation, when the game is creating the goblin races, basically there will be a demon, like a literal demon, that escapes from hell. I don't know if even escape is the right word. They construct a pillar, like a tower, from the underworld to the surface. They create that as their dark tower. They build their goblin civilization capital around that tower, and that is their capital. And so that happened right here. We even went down the pillar. We didn't find anything down at the bottom. They don't always actually connect through. But like this is literally a portal to the underworld. This is a spot on the map where a demon connected the underworld to the surface, and the evil is emanating from there and corrupting this entire forest. So because of evil demon magic, this forest is now haunted to the point where it just rains elf blood. Looks finger, a blend of Southern Dwarf and High Elf. Definitely tangy. I mean, yeah. I'm not accepting just evil, like yes, but the mechanics of how is my concern. How does the fluid of inside a creature get into the sky to fall upon people? I don't think it does. I think it's like, if you think of like old school mythology style, like think of like a 40K style Chaos Planet, a river of blood, right? It's not necessarily the case that they probably did kill a lot of people and get a lot of their blood, but also the blood just comes from the warp, right? There's just a realm where evil things come from, And some of that can be blood, and you can open a portal to the evilness, and the blood comes out, right? That's kind of how I imagine it. I don't think it's like a creature died and that created a pool of blood and it evaporated and created a cloud and the cloud moved over and then rained on us. I think it's like the landscape is just so evil. 100% comes from sacrifices to chaos, but does all of it, does every drop of it. I mean, like every single drop of it. Like it, obviously they do that too, right? But I feel like there's just a blood realm, right? There's just, maybe 40k is a bad example. Just think of like in mythology or legend. Like this is not meant to be. I don't know. I think that's just the nature of evil in this game, is that it is able to create icky things. You know what I mean? Like Forgotten Beasts. Where do Forgotten Beasts come from? They don't have, like, Forgotten Beasts aren't born. They don't come from a discrete place. They're just kind of spawned. They just kind of happen. If there's a realm of blood, it implies the blood within us originates there. Sure, why not? That's good of an explanation as I have. Or that it's two separate things, right. You won't run into a bunch of husked, bloodless things in the world. It wasn't taken from an entity, yeah. There's a complex, bloody logical cycle involving evaporation, precipitation, and collection as ground blooder. Let's just be glad that we have a water aquifer and not a blood aquifer. That would be truly horrific. Another way to think about it is that part of the way that this game, the way that Dwarf Fortress just in general works with the supernatural, just kind of in general, is it thinks in spheres, is what it calls them. There's spheres of influence. So each god will have a couple things that they have influence over. Like there's a god of mountains. We tend to worship the boats of paddling, which is the god of rivers. Rivers are just a sphere of influence. And I think things like blood and darkness and that sort of thing, I think those are just spheres. So I think maybe more mechanically what happens here is that something about this goblin, the demon that initiated the evilness, is associated with blood in some way, or even just death. And that translates to the demon's power, something about the demon's evil essence, manifesting it in this world as elf blood. I think. That's kind of how I think about it. Oh, we got another one. Urist. Urist Dwarf Sage. Another guest. Another smarty pants. Cannon can be yours, India. Yeah. Got it. There's a floating sphere of blood in the air and it just drips off of it. There you go. There you go. Transubstantiation. Yes. Yeah. Maybe that might be actually the more appropriate comparison. It's probably water rain that gets transmuted into blood by evil. That might be a better way to think about it. And if that answer doesn't satisfy you, I don't know what to tell you. That is kind of just how it works. Dwarf Fortress, I love Dwarf Fortress that it is, like a lot of other worlds and magic systems will treat evil as like this immutable thing, right? You're born as an evil creature, and there's nothing you can do to not be evil. This game does a lot to not do that, right? No individual creature is locked into being evil, aside from maybe like a demon. But there is still evil is like a very concrete concept. Like some places are just evil. Some creatures are aligned with evil or align themselves with evil. So how about this mythology? In Dwarf Fortress, there is a realm of blood, and a god scoops it up and uses it to fuel life, but then a demon conquers the blood realm. Its followers believe that blood must return to the realm and murder people for this. Blood for the blood god. This god pours the blood down upon parts of the land where his influence is strong to cause despair. It definitely does that. About the corruption of creation, the loss of future life, and a reminder of the blood he's harvested already. That's very it's very Lord of the Rings in the sense that like I'm thinking of oh, the names are all escaping me. Sauron's boss, Malachor, Malachi. Like his whole deal was just that he doesn't like creation, right? Morgoth, thank you. My God, there was an M. He just his entire motivation is to just like table flip creation, right? And so he'll do something just to cause despair in the people who like creation, right? I don't think that's far off. Hey, look, another sage. We are getting all the smarty pants. We have a whole 4 books. Ketos has gone stark raving mad. Good. Are we gonna lose another? And then Tuco is stumbling around obliviously. Are you not allowed to be in here if you are stark raving mad? Hilarious. Tuco, you go in there. Where are you? Running around babbling on the surface. Good. I don't think they come back from this. They generally don't come back from this. There's a bunch of fan fiction stories of their world on Bay 12's site. Yeah, that's true. My headcanon being inadvertently heavily inspired by Tolkien couldn't be. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Have you crimed? You haven't crimed or anything. Sibrick the Sage, hooray! Hooray! And now Tuco is tantruming. This is absurd. This is the least stable fortress I've ever had. The other answer, the other truthful out of universe answer is that this game isn't done yet. If you go back in time, let's encrust more of these. If you go back in time to Dwarf Fortress development before All from Failed Moods, no. There have been no failed moods. There have been 0 failed moods here. And yet half the fortress is tantruming. It's a combination of factors. It's a combination of everything, honestly. Furniture with cut gems. And furniture with cut gems. If you go back to look at what was being developed before the Steam version started being developed, the thing that he was developing, or was talking about what he was working on, was myth and magic, which is kind of what we're building up to now. We're like finally getting back to it. But the whole idea with that arc, which we aren't doing anymore, the whole idea was that during world generation, your world would randomly generate a creation myth. And then the gods would be generated within the context of that creation myth. And then the world would be created in the context of the gods and the creation myth. And then you would play in a world that is influenced by the way that it was created. So all the gods would have like a reason for existing within the universe. Ambitious? Very ambitious. But that's just what Toady does, right? That's just how he works. But that's kind of the idea. Ideally, in the long run, you would have situations where instead of it just raining elf blood because evil, it would be like the creation of our universe has something to do with the realm of blood, and then there's a demon who like you say, steals the realm of blood and then rains blood upon creation out of spite, right? In theory, there would be an explicit way for that to happen procedurally. And I think that would be amazing. I think we're still a ways out from all of that kind of working as a big system. But that was kind of the intent. That's what he was working on. You can see he did some talks. I forget what it was at. He was at like I forget what convention it was at. He was like on a panel and he was presenting stuff. So he had like a prototype that existed outside of Dwarf Fortress, but it was like just the myth generation stuff. And he had it in a like a very basic functional state. There was something about one of the examples I remember was like the creation myth, the creation of the world was like there was an egg, right? The universe started and there was an egg, and then the egg broke, and then the idea would be in gameplay you could be like in adventure mode and you would find pieces of the egg, and the eggshell pieces would have like divine powers that originate from the nature of the creation of the universe. That sort of thing. Hey, look, a doctor. Discussing triangles. Good. Computation of area of triangles from its 3 side lengths alone. That's the important thing here. Everyone's dead, but we understand how triangles work. We just have these 4 books. Oh, it's so good. I watched a couple of Quindel streams and Evil Biomes. In her defense, it was a 1-stream fort, but your fort is much more stable. Evil Biome is hard. Yes, Evil Biome is definitely hard mode. We have one of the more tame Evil Biomes, even. We've only had 2 zombie sieges, and we are not creating zombies. Something that happens in like, I don't know what percentage, maybe like half of all evil zones, is that any corpse will just get reanimated, just inherently. Like there's no necromancer involved. It's just a dog died, and now you have a dog zombie. That's one of the more difficult things to deal with. It's really grim. It's very grim. It's very grim. Hello, Rhina. How's it going? How we got here. This game is so deep. Yes, it is. It's a lot of systems on top of each other at this point, right? We haven't given birth to dragons? We haven't had dragon births recently. Why is that? We had a couple. But these are all the ones we came in with. There's a whole 2 females. That might be part of it. But like, or no, we got 4 females here. But your eggs aren't fertilized. Why are they not? I would like more dragons. If I can't have migrants, I would like dragons, maybe, someday. Yep, there's a meow up there. Well, we have more cloth. We have more cloth. And it's spring. My goodness. Essay is done besides the 975 words I need to shave off. Well, that's the easy part, right? Isn't deleting the easy part? I say with every sense of irony. So yeah, where are we? Quite waffly? Yeah, that's fair. Trying to think of what are we doing? What are we doing? Are we at the point where I'm just actually making a squad that I want to go out onto the map? Do I fill out the rest of this squad? Maybe this is our off-site squad. And we just fill it up. I want melee potential. People that are not in other squads, people who are not officials and not nobles. Not people who hate combat, not people who are maimed. That leaves us with some stuff here. Pecklot is doing something important. I'm gonna say you, and Jeppum, and Allie, and Merding. I want them all to get geared up and trained, and then they are going to be the ones that go out onto the map and try to do stuff for us. And then our Twinkles of Chill will be our guard squad. They'll be the ones who are here guarding the entrance. And this is here for Tantrumers. Now that we have far fewer of them. A stray horse has been found dead. Why? Hello. I am endlessly amused that she can just like jump from one camera to another. It kind of looks like she jumps like through the frame. I don't know why this horse died. Are you gonna get butchered? Probably not. Oh, creature. Don't do it. Hey. Whatever. I guess that's my cue. What's Reg up to here? Reg is stressed, but like also just a level 19 organizer. That is absurd. A level 53 fighter. That is really good. Level 40 swordsman with a divine metal longsword. I love him so much. I love him so much. Okay, well, our fortress is slightly worse for wear. One heck of a critter, right? I'll just leave it as it is. We're doing millet and barley and rye. Perfect. We're still leaking everywhere, but we got rid of the mud. Look at all this. This is all staying clean. I'm very happy with that. I think our waterfall is doing good work. And is draining properly, even. Oh, and then paper. I want to see... I guess pigtails are going to be here, right? So if I want to make paper out of pigtails... I need to... paper industry, yeah, it's its own page. No, I plant fibers. Mashed into a slurry at a millstone or quern, and then pressed into a sheet at a screw press, that's right. So I need to make some querns. I'm gonna do like 5. And then we will want some screw presses down here too. Whatever. And then some different farmers' workshops? Mashed into a slurry at a quern, pressed into a sheet at a screw press. And then from there, I'm just gonna make scroll rollers. And that'll be all we need, right? So I'm gonna say rock scroll roller. Make 5 at a time. And then I want to keep like... I'll keep like 20 on hand. And then maybe all of these visiting scholars can write something down. Surely they have something interesting to say. I still don't know why the seeds are being weird. I mean, you ended up here. So now you need to output. Okay. Is that output to there? I would love if that happened. You're here to plant seeds, but you're planting plump helmets. 2 goes depressed. Guess what? There's a tantrum. I think it's a combination of the fact that these are necromancer experiment creatures who are not really designed to be fortress creatures. The fact that they don't have preferences, so they're never satisfying their preferences. And they're always, the blood rain is not helping. Being away from friends is not helping. Being stung by bees is not helping. I don't think there's a single individual cause of this. I think it's just a whole systemic thing. Okay, maybe that actually worked. But see, you all still have them here. Why can't this... Why can't those go out? What am I missing? Because they're linked to this specifically. Just another day in Dwarven Paradise. Yup, this is definitely paradise. Blood-ridden paradise. Like there's like what am I missing? Because it's not like not like everyone's busy, right? There are people who are not doing anything. These are outputting to this stockpile. That's what I don't get. They can output their thread, but they can't output their seeds. Whatever. How's our new squad mates doing? Wow, you actually did pretty good. Are you like our one thud? Is that what's going on? You are. Okay. You have found a toga. You found a skirt. You found a male shirt. Oh, but we haven't made steel stuff for you yet? I thought I told you to make... Because our armorer died. Oh my god. We haven't been making armor because our armorer got tantrumed. Forgot about that. Our one person... We had a legendary armorer. Are you in a squad? No. I think it's gonna be you. No, you're in the other squad, so... How do I thought I fixed that. Oh, and see, you're... I wonder if that... You're in the Shaken Elbows. Shaken Elbows is us, but the Stirred Doors is not. Okay, I'm gonna remove you. To what might stay there. TOH, that's what I keep messing up. Or no, you're our doctor. You are a doctor, right? Maybe you're fine. I'll just do that. And I'm gonna say that you're our armor smith and also our weaponsmith. Right? Please don't die. Okay. Go do it. Go make some gear. So this fortress of alexithmic beings, I don't know what that means, isolated from their friends, being rained on by cursed elf blood and constantly stung by bees, aren't having a good time. Most of them are having a good time. Hilariously, when you put it like that, most of them are okay. But as is the way with life, 80% of our problems are coming from 20% of our people. Hey look, an elf is visiting. Do scrolls need to be assembled? Where do you, I guess you make a scroll, you have to make a scroll and then it gets written on? Yeah, is that a word? The problem with stream chat is I never know if it's like 13 typos in a row or a new word. Alexithmia is a personality trait characterized by difficulty identifying, processing, and describing emotions. Yeah. Yeah. In chest and library. Right, but do I need to... I'm gonna make scroll rollers and I'm gonna make paper. Where do the two join? Is that part of the writing process? Or do I have to make make a blank scroll, right? Scrolls can be written on and stored right after being made. Oh no, I guess we'll find out. I guess I could try right here, right? It's... Oh, not a farmer's workshop. After sheet, roller, make scroll. Yeah, okay. So I want a craft dwarf shop here. And we'll just do one. Right, I'm just gonna do... I'm gonna put a shop here. And then this is gonna be our roller stockpile. Which is gonna... I guess sheets as well. Sheets for sure. And then a roller is probably a tool, right? Which our tool stockpile is ending up here. Jugs, pouches, instrument pieces, nest boxes, hives, rollers. So if I say rock tools, it's gonna get like the jugs as well, right? Maybe they can live there. And then the paper is gonna be here. And then the slurry, we need a space for the slurry too, right? Which is it like a food? It's like it's a paste. Pigtail slurry. I've seen rope reeds. I don't think we've gotten any rope reeds from up above. Actually, I wonder. I did tell him to go harvest a bunch of stuff. Nope. Okay. But the paper slurry goes here. The paper goes there. And the scroll rollers will be upstairs. And then this is not going to take general work orders, but it's going to be like... to just make scroll. Which we don't have the things for that right now, but it's going to be a work order. It's going to be make scroll. Do that one at a time. Is we have a scroll roller and a sheet. And I'm assuming this is going to be like assembled but not written on scrolls. I'm going to say that I want like 20 of those. And then maybe our kerns have been finished. Probably. Workshop. Farming a kern. Right? So we'll do like that. They will take right from screw press without pressed material pile. Yeah, but I like having piles. One seems to get plenty rollers just in make crafts. Really? I didn't think make crafts made rollers. But who knows? Hey, look, no migrants. It's awfully quiet though. We're gonna have to wait for more. See, like, it is not pigtail season yet. There's only one seed in there. How the heck does that work? Do I need to? If I just get rid of this stockpile. But can I, if I say this outputs to down here directly? What am I missing there? No, hey. Okay, well, we'll figure that out next time. I think we're good. I think we're good. This fortress. This is a heck of a fortress. So yeah, we have fewer Tantrumers now. Hooray. We've also lost a fifth of our fortress due to Tantrums at this point. But now at this point, we've also lost most of the Tantrumers. I'm hoping the others are just going to be okay. I'm hoping they're just going to be okay. So yeah, come by on Thursday. Come by on Thursday. It's going to be my Affiliversary, first of all. And we're going to continue this fortress. We're going to continue from right here, and we're going to get that one squad trained up, and then we're going to start sending them out onto the map. That is my goal. I want to start sending them out on adventures and see how effective they can be. Maybe we'll never see them again. I don't know. Who knows? We're going to find out on Thursday. I won't be streaming this Saturday, but Monday and Thursday of the next week, it's all Dwarf Fortress. It's just Fortress all the way down. Today's episode is brought to you by a hammer. Please, no, stop. And reviewers like you. Clicking on all the buttons down there, hanging out with me live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord. That's what I'm here for. Thank you. Thank you for being here and keeping me company. As I slowly descend into madness, as I succumb to the elf blood rain, in this fortress. Yeah, I do appreciate you. So come by for more. Hope you have a good rest of your week, and I hope you stay kind.